What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 10 on our free-to-play to main account series. Today we are going to be doing a lot of solo randomized dungeons. Percival did come out and we are ready to start soloing some dungeons. So if we look on our destiny board here, I want to reach about level 40 on all of our armor pieces as well as our weapon. And if we move down to our specialist, I want to start leveling up our artifact specialist. It's going to take us a while. If you actually look here, if we want to get to level 10, it's going to pretty much take us 751,000 fame to reach that, as well as for my artifact cowl. So level 10, 927,000 fame. That's because the artifact, like specialist nodes, take a whole lot more than the regular nodes. So for example, my mage sandals are already, level 16, but my armor pieces such as my druid robe and my druid cowl are only level 6 and level 5, as well as my weapons level 17. So we are going to level this up. I don't think we're going to focus on anything on our gathering or refining or fishing. We just want to focus on combat because we're also pretty close, or not really close, but we are starting the Elder Reaver as well as getting pretty close for the Grandmaster Adventurer. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head to a tier 5 zone and we're going to start doing some solo randomized dungeons. I've come back to my island for a quick second, and this is the loot that we got for doing pretty much one dungeon. I tried doing another one, but there was a guy who went in there and rushed all the loot, so that's just something that's currently happening with the solo dungeons. So let's use the Tome of Insight, and then these two as well. And actually, I'm probably level 32, yeah, level 32 on most, and 34 on my weapon. And I actually want to claim a chest. So I have a claimable chest here for the challenge, the Undead Challenge. And I want to claim it and pretty much open it right now. It's pretty early into the video, so there we go. Let's see what we got. We got an Undead Cape. How does this look like? Pretty good. I like it. We also got another Tome of Insight and a Master Tome of Insight. So that's 50,000. And we got a Master Bag, 50,000. All these bags, and we got the tier 5 Tome of Insight, so that's like 10,000. Yeah, we got a bunch of other loot here and a bunch of master runes. So now if we open this, what level are we? We're still, we're 33 on most and 35 on my weapon, so that helped us out a little bit. We actually have 628 learning points, which we might be using them pretty soon, because I want to level up another armor set, and I've been thinking, I think the axe fighter, it will be something that's fun. I don't want to do sword. I don't want to do crossbow. I would do axe fighter, or nature healing is pretty good. And actually, I don't want to do, maybe I do want to do something like frost mage. We'll see. But now, for now, let's just, I think, I'll store this in my main bank in Limhurst, and we're gonna head to a black zone and start doing some tier 6 solo dungeons. So I am in a black zone, but I stopped to do a tier 5 dungeon first, then we'll move on to a tier 6. I have a zone in mind to do the tier 6 dungeons, so I want to clear this one out first. There wasn't anyone around, it was a pretty hidden dungeon, and why not get a little bit extra fame before we head to tier 6. Ooh, first chest, not bad. This is even a tier 5 dungeon. And we got a tier 7 soul, and we got a master's hike. Not that bad for the first chest in this dungeon. So it's been very laggy, the servers. I've actually been kicked out, I think like 3 times already. Anytime I try killing these mobs right here, the server kind of like crashes on me, and it tells me that someone's logged into my account. But it looks like I didn't crash this time. Very weird. Percival did bring some bugs. It's not as bad as like the the bugs for the release, but it is getting there. It has some problems, but hopefully they fix it pretty soon. Okay, so we have a purple chest, and this is actually one of my favorite mobs to do as a group setting, but it was pretty easy as solo. And let's see what we get. This is a tier 5 dungeon, so I don't expect anything crazy. And actually, I think we got better loot from that blue chest not that long ago. We got a tier 5 Infernal Staff, and I mean, that's kind of like the weapon I'm wearing, but let's see, what's the item power? Yeah, we definitely have better item power. So let's head to the tier 6 dungeon and see how much loot we get from that, as well as how much fame. Since this is a little bit more dangerous zone, I'm actually going to skip the first like 3 or so mobs. And if you are doing this in a dangerous zone, I suggest doing this because people won't really dive if they see like the first group of mobs. So I'm going to skip this, and then I'm going to start attacking this girl right here. And it's just a little bit safer way. If someone wants to dive and they see mobs, you know, why would they continue diving? And we're getting a lot more fame doing these dungeons here. So I'm gonna cut, and then when I get the chest, I'll let you guys know. I'll also let you guys know how much fame we got. If we look at our destiny board, we are 34 and everything, and 36 in my weapon. And if we look at our stats, we are 979,000 fame. So let's go ahead and finish this dungeon and then move on to the next. Sometimes when I'm doing these dungeons, I feel like, well, I just wonder how Albion would be if they went in the side of a ARPG, like the aspect of clearing dungeons super fast. So we actually didn't get much good loot in this dungeon, but yeah, I always wonder that if I'm doing these like dungeons. I'm like, imagine if Albion had like an ARPG aspect when you're doing something like dungeons. I mean, for my opinion, that'd be super cool, something like Path of Exile. But the way they're doing it, it's also pretty cool. They just gotta improve it a little bit more, tweak the solo dungeons, you know, get all the feedback from all the people, make a little bit more mobs in those dungeons, and it'll be pretty good. It's a pretty good aspect, a pretty good implementation into this game so far. So there's a new mob. I know I died. The reason I died is because the books now spawn these things if you kill them, or they have a chance now. I didn't know that, so I think this is a completely new mob here. And what's going to happen is when you come around this Morgana dungeons, these books will come alive, some of them. This one right here, for example. And they might have a chance of spawning a portal and like these monsters coming out. So that definitely caught me off guard, and I definitely took some damage. Let's look at their ability. 78. Pretty tough. Alright, final boss down. Blue chest though, so maybe we get something good? No. I'm really looking for items more than all of these souls, runes, and relics. I am getting a lot of them though. I have like 23 souls, or tier 4 souls. I actually have 11 tier 5 relics, so that's pretty good. But I'm actually looking for items, even though these items are already taking some durability damage. But let's move on. I think I'm going to do one more and then head back because I want to start leveling up another build. Okay, so this is another new mob, the Undead Spectral Bats. Looks pretty cool. It looks like the Spectral Bat mount, and it actually does a little bit of damage, quite some damage. When it dies, it looks like it drops like a poison thing. So that is a new mob. I'm liking what I'm seeing with these new mobs, to be honest. Heading back, there was actually a dungeon diver as well as another dude there. So I decided to exit, take all of the stuff that I already got, head back to Limhurst. So we can pretty much sell everything and see how much loot we got, all of our souls, runes, and relics. And I think I'm going to end the video there. I don't think I have enough time to do the other part that I was planning to do, which was trying to level up another build, which I still think I'm going to go for an axe build. So let's head back. Let's see how everything sells for. Hopefully I don't get ganked. If I do get ganked, I'll let you guys know. There might be a huge possibility because the zone right here, the Hot Shadows plane, is a big zone for ganking. A lot of people do come here to gank. And yeah, let's head back. Let's see how much loot we got and how much money we made out of actually 2 items, because we're only going to sell these 2 items. And yeah, let's do this. Ooh, I was actually expecting a little bit less of a price, but the Master's Pike selling for 44,000, and then this Inferno Staff will probably sell for, yeah, 17,000, not a lot. I don't think I'm going to sell anything else. If I wanted to sell all of these relics, I'll probably get only 16,000? Man, I thought these guys would sell for more. It's crazy. Let's sell the stone mask as well, and all of these simple stuff down here that a lot of people just want to do a lot of city trading and want to keep everything else. We want to keep these because either we want to do a little bit of gambling later on, or we want to do a bunch of stuff with these souls, runes, and relics. There's a lot of stuff you could do, so I suggest saving all these stuff for enchanting if you want to do that later on. So I think that's going to be it for this video. We did a lot. If we check our Destiny board, you'll see that we are separate stuff. So for example, my sandals as well as my cowl is 36. I used some learning points for my cloth fighter, or my cloth robe fighter here, and then my weapon is 38. So I wanted to get to about 40, but there wasn't a lot of solo dungeons. I wanted to do strictly solo dungeons in that zone. Next video, we have a lot of things planned. We are going to start leveling up our axe fighter, and then we're going to upgrade our island to tier, I think it's 4, do animal raising, and do a bunch of other stuff for next video. With that being said, I hope you guys are enjoying this series, and I will see you guys later on my next video or my stream. I do have my stream. My Twitch will be in the description below. Click on it, follow me. I do stream. So yeah, I see you guys there, also on this channel, and peace.